got to know Mr. Schock from church activities, retreats, and other outings. He served as my Eagle Scout project mentor and sat on my Eagle Board Review. Mr. Schock is a giving and talented man whom I've learned many things from. One of them being that nothing is a sure thing. As I just mentioned, I asked Mr. Schock to sit on my Eagle Board Review, figuring with our history together that he would have my back. As it turns out, he was the one board member that was giving me the most grief. All the other board members would ask questions that I felt well prepared for and confident in answering. Mr. Schock's, on the other hand, were real thinkers, and even as I was answering them, he would throw in a few curveballs to make my hot seat even hotter. In the end, I recognized that his questions challenged me, but that my Scout training and knowledge was even deeper than I realized. Mr. Schock, please accept this Eagle Mentor pin as a token of my appreciation. I have known Mr. Stimberg for 5 years as Horizon Christian School's athletic director, my golf coach, soccer coach, basketball coach, and as his teacher's aide and PE. Mr. Stimberg is a passionate and inspirational man whom I've learned many things from. One of them being how important it is to offer simple acts of kindness. During golf season, after school, the golf team would load into Mr. Stimberg's van and he would drive to the golf course. Each day as we drove there, Mr. Stimberg would wave to every person he saw. We wondered, does he just know everybody? So we asked him. He shared with us that while he does know a great deal of people, he does not know all of them. So we asked him why he waves to people he doesn't know, and he explained that you never know the impact a kind gesture might have to someone that's having a really bad day. That one gesture, that one smile, that one wave might be just the thing to lift their spirits and give them strength to get through the day. Mr. Stimberg, please accept this Eagle Mentor pin as a token of my appreciation. Mrs. Bettervite is the organist at Riverside Community Church, a sought-after piano instructor, and is also an avid hiker. I have been taking piano lessons from her for the last 6 years. Under her instruction, I have improved my piano playing, performance technique, and appreciation for music. I have learned many things from Mrs. Bettervite, with one of them being to take life by the horns and believe in yourself. A few years back, Mrs. Bettervite was helping us to pick out a new piano, and we were visiting piano shops in Portland. One of the stores had a $200,000 grand piano from Austria called a Busendorfer that was magnificent and intimidating. I wasn't sure if I was even allowed to touch it. We tried a few of the bargain pianos, but didn't really find one that was a keeper. Before leaving, she asked the salesman if I could play the Busendorfer. I told her it was very expensive, but she said that pianos are built to be played. The voice and feel of the piano was simply unbelievable. I would have never experienced that instrument without her encouragement. Mrs. Bettervite has always made me feel like I can achieve my goals and successfully play any piece that I set my mind to. Mrs. Bettervite, please accept this Eagle Mentor pin as a token of my appreciation. Mr. Kirby is not able to be here today, as he had other Scout duties, but I would still like to recognize him at this time. Eagle Scout Mr. Kirby and I have known each other for 10 years. I met him when I joined Cub Scout Pack 378, and he was the Cub Master. Mr. Kirby was also my 2010 National Jamboree Scoutmaster, and he is currently my small group leader at school. Mr. Kirby is an expert listener with a generous heart. I have learned many things from him, one of them being not to take yourself too seriously. Mr. Kirby has impressed me since I was a Cub Scout, with his vast mental library of silly songs, stories, skits, patriotic poems, wacky run-ons, and really bad jokes. He has a booming and over-the-top laugh that carries across the campground, and it is usually the result of his own joke. He readily laughs at himself and is seriously fun. I'll make sure Mr. Kirby gets this the next time I see him. I've known Mr. McCaw since I was in preschool without him. He's, amongst other things, the one responsible for me becoming a scout in the first place. His enthusiasm and resourcefulness in making things, and I mean big things, happen is extraordinary. When he gets involved in something, like soapbox derby or scouting, he doesn't just get his feet wet, he wades in right up to his neck, occasionally even deeper. I've learned many things from Mr. McCaw, one of them being that service to others is greater than service to self. In soapbox derby, he put a space in his trailer for my car, and he let me use his tools and gadgets. Mr. McCaw gave me racing tips and tricks, even though I was competing against his sons at Adam and Nathan. Mr. McCaw has always been very generous, thoughtful, and always puts others before himself. Mr. McCaw, please accept this Eagle Mentor pin as a token of my appreciation.